Eightcap were assessed as the very best broker for CFDs last year, and with their ranking as our second best broker in the world in 2025, it's no surprises why. I'm Noam.
And I'm Justin. We've been comparing Forex brokers for over a decade now, and we've been looking to the latest when it comes to Forex and CFD trading insights.
In this video, we're going to cover everything you need to know about Eightcap as a Forex broker. Alright Justin, let's get into it. Eightcap is a company we've been working with quite a bit over the last few years. They really have grown from strength to strength. In 2024 they added an FCA license to their list of licenses around the world. They've got SISEC, they've got ASIC in Australia, they've got a couple of tier 2 and tier 3 licenses as well. They really are growing like wildfire. We assessed them as being our second best Forex broker in the world in 2025 behind Pepperstone at 1. They received a score of 96. Let's get into why. Why do we like Eightcap so much?
Okay, so we've got 6 criteria that we're going to go through, and they're going to be in importance. So the most important thing when it comes to a Forex broker that's credible is going to be the fees.
Right, so the first category that we'll look at is trading costs, and for trading costs they received a score of 10 out of 10, so full marks there.
So, as Noam said, we actually awarded them as the best Forex brokers for CFDs. So there's 2 types of trading costs. There's going to be trading costs on your traditional Forex pairs, and they're in the top 25% of this, with some very, very low spreads on certain Forex pairs and a commission rate that's pretty much on par with all the other brokers. But there's a second part, and the second part is the trading costs on CFD. So things like crypto, things like indices, commodities, shares, etc. So we'll go into that a bit more depth later because this is our core strength. But the fees on these extra areas was some of the lowest that we saw on any broker. So if you're looking to trade more than just Forex, looking at CFDs, especially exotics, which often a lot of brokers will suddenly charge a really high premium to trade less known shares, less known crypto, etc. This is where Eightcap absolutely excels. So their overall lower rates that they offer on this wider range of buckets, if you're looking for low fees across the whole range, not just Forex, Eightcap is a clear winner.
Okay, so that was the first category, being trading costs. The second category we looked at was trading experience. Again, they received full marks, 10 out of 10. Why 10 out of 10? So
we really like the fact that they've got unbelievable technology. So they're utilizing the kind of servers and the technology stack that you need if you're going to trade directly with the markets or through something like an EA and scalping. Really, Eightcap a few years ago, their sweet spot really came with automation, and they became one of the best known ones that people that were using scalping, EAs, all this type of technology to use bots to trade on the market. Everyone started going to Eightcap. You know, they used to be a very small broker and they grew really fast, and then later expanded their CFD range to kind of go for the all-rounded area. So that this technology spec means that you have really fast execution speeds. And if you don't believe me, have a look at our methodology section on our website. What we've done is we've gotten all the major brokers, we open the demo account, and then we trade it for 2 30-hour periods using EA, so using automation. And what we found is that Eightcap was in the top grouping of brokers when it came to that. So that's critical when you're using automation because you can't afford slippage, obviously. The price that you get quoted needs to be the price you execute if these types of high frequently strategies are going to be implemented. So that's why we gave them maximum when it came to trading experience.
Okay, let's have a look at trading platforms. For trading platforms, they lost a point. They received a score of 9 out of 10. Why did they get a score of 9 out of 10?
Okay, so they're offering all the major trading platforms. So they've introduced our TradingView, which is my personal favorite trading platform, what I use to trade. They've always had MT4, MT5, CTrader. So basically all big 4. Now, they don't have their own proprietary platform. And I understand that, 99% of people will trade with one of those 4 trading platforms, with TradingView definitely growing the fastest in market share in the world. We took a point away from them because quite a few brokers such as Pepperstone have introduced their own proprietary platform. We view this as a way to help people get into Forex trading, more for that beginner market. But I don't think that's really what Eightcap's trying to do. Eightcap's not really trying to get those, someone that's going to just trade $200, never traded before. They're going for more that intermediate to expert trader type. So I don't think they'll introduce their own platform themselves. They don't see a need to. They're going for a different type of trader, and have definitely gone very hard at that grouping.
Okay, so that was trading platforms. The next category that we looked at was trust. They only received a score of 6 out of 10 for trust. Where did they lose points? And maybe do you want to explain why they still are trustworthy even though they only have a trust score of 6 out of 10?
So this is a set quantitative evaluation. So it's not based on our gut or how we feel. It's based on set data that gets these scores. So when it comes to trust, they've got 3 T1 regulators. So they've got CISIC in Cyprus, which covers Europe. They introduced last year the FCA, and that was a big reason for why in 2025 they've improved their score. Is the FCA in the UK is known as the original T1 regulator, and here in Australia they've got ASIC regulation. So that's 3 T1s. That's most other brokers. Now they don't have they're not regulated in the USA. They're not regulated in Canada. So that's why we had to reduce some points, because obviously some people watching this video will be in those regions and some will want a broker that's regulated within those regions. Another key element that we should add is that a lot of people haven't heard of Eightcap. So Eightcap is very well known within the trader community, but they haven't done things like TV advertising. They don't do much on socials. It's more word of mouth that establish their type of trading base. So it's that lack of recognition between kind of the more beginner to intermediate space, and the fact that they're not globally regulated. They're regulated more in certain regions, which is why we gave them a few points down from the perfect 10 out of 10 score.
Okay, good explanation. The fifth category that we looked at was range of markets, and they received a 9 out of 10 for range of markets. I know what you're going to say. Where did they lose a point?
Well, look, they're pretty much perfect. Let's not focus on the negative, let's focus on the positive. They offer the most crypto as CFDs of any broker. They offer almost the most shares of any broker that you can trade as a CFD. Most Forex pairs, most exotics, commodities, the list goes on. So generally they're offering more than any other broker. There are some very small exceptions, such as weekend trading, where they don't offer spread betting in the UK. So it's more these very niche types of products that they don't offer. But generally, if you're looking to do CFD, if you're a CFD trader, they're a perfect 10, no doubt about it. I just had to factor in that, some people often will contact us in the UK and say, hey, does this broker offer spread betting? Look, they're new in UK. We'd hope that they offer spread betting down the track, but right now they don't, and that's why there was that 1 point deduction. But generally, they have the best range of markets of any broker.
I was going to touch on spread betting, which is what I thought you were going to say to begin with. All right, and the sixth category that we looked at, 10 out of 10 again, was customer service. We obviously love Eightcap's customer service, but why do we give them a score of 10 out of 10?
Sure, so we try to look at third-party evaluations such as Trustpilot, and they've got outstanding scores. And you just have to go through the evaluations, and there's a lot of reviews, and there's a lot of happy customers, and there are across several other review sites. Now, we also opened our own accounts. We have our own training accounts. We have had some new staff members, and we've gotten them to open as a newbie, and they were very satisfied. And then we got more experienced people like Dave, which we have constant feedback. He's constantly talking to Eightcap about new products that they offer, and then when he has issues and things like live chat, the phone, sending them emails. We're talking about quick responses from people that clearly know the product. So, obviously we can't afford to wait. We don't want to be waiting 5 minutes on live chat to talk to someone. But just as importantly, you need to have someone on the other end that has probably a trader and actually knows the products. And I've got to emphasize, this is infuriating. You may think, look, it doesn't matter. I'm self-sufficient. Absolutely not. Noam and I have been doing this for over 10 years.
There are always things that pop up.
There's always, something's happened in the market, there's been a problem with a trade, etc. You need a quick response. So, there's a handful of really good brokers out there listed on our website when it comes, but Eightcap isn't that handful. They've got customer service based in the areas that they cater for, in the languages that they service as well. So generally, whether it's Thai, they've got people that speak Thai, obviously people that speak English, and so on. So really, they cater for the languages, they cater with responses, and they cater when it comes to the knowledge to answer the questions that you're most likely to have.
All right, guys. So just in summary, Eightcap received a score of 96 out of 100. When you factor in these 6 categories that we've just identified and the other 4, because there's 10 categories that we look at for each broker, you add them all up, they get a score of 96 out of 100, and our second best broker globally in 2025. There you have it. If Eightcap seems like the right fit for you, we've attached some links in the description below this video where you can proceed to the Eightcap website and sign up and open an account. Or if you want to do a little bit more research, have a look at our review. We've got a link in the show notes down below as well, where you can do more of an in-depth read, and then proceed to opening an account if you're still researching and you're still a little bit unsure. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please leave us a thumbs up and subscribe to the video, and let us know in the description, in the comment section down below, if there are any other videos like this Eightcap video you'd like us to create for you in 2025 to aid you on your trading journey. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Thank you.